Yo ho, an avatar's life for me on Let's Play Ultima 4. Today, I'm going to pick up some items in the ocean, eventually, that I was referred to from Serpent's Hold. And I will also find the last town that we can actually go to. If you are getting bored of all the running around talking to extensive numbers of NPCs, have no fear, that will be ending soon, and we will move on to differently interesting things like dungeon delving. So the first thing I want to do is sail more or less due west from Serpent's Hold along this chain of islands here. We were told that the HMS Cape, a sailing vessel with a particularly special wheel, went down in the Bay of Heroes, which is this deep water right over here. And I'm not sure where exactly. I wish the music wouldn't cut out every time I search. Somewhere roughly in the middle. There it is. For what it's worth, there's the location, NHGA. Now, the function of the wheel is, I've previously pointed out the ship's hull strength on the side there always starts at 50, but if you use the wheel with the use command, it becomes all glowy, and the ship's hull strength goes up to 99. If, however, you leave the ship and reboard... Well, it actually stays at 99. Okay. Sometimes, if you leave your ship, the hull strength will reset back to 50. I'm not sure if that happens if you scroll off the screen, or if you have to actually get a new ship for that to happen, or what. Care about these Zorks, I'm just gonna get out of here. And as usual, the wind is coming from the direction I'm trying to go. Theoretically, the wind, like the moons, will change real time, so I should be able to just sit here on my ZAT screen and wait for it to change, as far as I know, but that could take forever. And I'd rather make slow progress than no progress at all. But if I sail more or less due east from the Bay of Heroes there, until I'm roughly north, straight north of that easternmost island on the bottom of the map there. Oh good, the wind changed. Doris is gonna keep chasing me. Well, if I remember correctly, the seahorses are non-evil opponents, and that means they're not going to directly attack me, I don't believe. Could be wrong. Well, at least they won't chase me, I think. Anyway, seahorses I have not encountered yet. As I noted, they are non-evil, so don't attack them if they are fleeing. They have 128 HP, they give you 9 experience and deal up to 14 damage. And they have a ranged attack, as you just saw. I think this is the first time I've actually fought a non-evil creature. You're not fleeing, are you? Okay, now you're fleeing, but you're still gonna shoot at me. Because it's non-evil, I'm just going to let it flee. Which it should do soon, after shooting at me a lot. It would probably help if I moved myself out of its line of fire. And I don't think it matters that I didn't kill them. Yay! And I can see on my off-screen display that I did gain a little bit of justice for doing that. I think I need to go a bit north to find what I'm looking for. There it is. This is not an ominous ring of land or anything. But we were told that the Bell of Courage is buried at sea at a particular location, which happens to be exactly N-A-L-A. There it is. Now, checking my stats, we have over 3,200 XP, which means we're ready to gain a level. But the next level isn't until 6,400, so there's no rush to get back to Lord Bridge's castle and get elevated. Although my stats are pretty much maxed out anyway. Well, not really, I guess, but they're pretty high. And as usual, I'm sailing straight into the wind. And I get to demonstrate a Nixie. Nixies. They're on here somewhere. There they are. They have 64 hit points, they give you 5 experience points, they deal up to 11 damage. Obviously they're swimming, and they have a ranged attack. There is nothing too special about them. They are relatively unchallenging. And they are evil. Be done. So what I'm trying to do now is get back to the mainland on the west there. I would like to stop in at Trinsic, because I have one last bit of information to follow up on there. And if it takes forever, I'll just take care of it off-screen. Well, it did take forever, but if I'm reading my minimap correctly, that should be it. Come on. Almost there. Thank you. So, we were told that the mage named Virgil in Trinsic knows something about Nightshade, the last reagent that we haven't found yet. And Virgil happens to be this guy down here, who loves poison fields. Nightshade? Tell me about Nightshade. At that longitude and latitude and that badly formatted text on the darkest of nights. Again, you have to harvest it while both moons are dark. Done. For what it's worth, those coordinates are over on the west coast-ish of Britannia, that region labeled Spiritwood. Ugh. Okay, spellcasting is really unwieldy. I think I was saying Spiritwood is over on the west coast of Britannia there, and that's where the coordinates he gave are. But I'm not too worried about it right now, I'm not very close to it. For now, I'm just going to sail northeast-ish of Trinsic. And of course, the wind is to the east. The place I want to go is more or less due east of Pause. More or less in line with the south edge of Brittany Bay there. We were told much earlier that pirates come from somewhere to the east of Pause. So we are going to hunt them down and put an end to their piracy. Except not really, you can't really prevent the pirates. Yay! The wind changed! Thanks, game. Okay, there it goes. Did I overshoot it? There it is. Right? There's something there. Is that something... Is that the island I want? Oh, I think I overshot it. It's a different island. There it is. Of course. Okay. There is a small island on this isolated island here. And this is the village of Buccaneer's Den. Fun fact, the original historical buccaneers were people who lived on islands in the Caribbean who were known for making and selling a type of dried meat they called boucan, or bacon. That's right, the word buccaneer comes from bacon. Now you know. Anyway, I believe the sea serpents can attack you. If so, try to avoid those. You can't talk to them or anything, so don't worry about it. You can, however, talk to Rufus, the mean-looking guard. And he insults us if we ask how his health is. And they guard the bridge slime. What bridge slime is that? Should I try to fight it? Tell me more about this slime. Perhaps this bridge slime? Oh, this bridge, right here. Are you insulting me by calling me slime and forgetting to put a comma before your noun of address? Apparently so. Yes, I am indeed a wise ampersand pound pound. Alright, bye. I believe that's all they say. Hello, orc. You can talk to the orc. I'm not sure if it will attack you or not. Ah! Name is Boris. And he is proud of how smelly he is. I have plenty, so not really. If you say yes, he just says that he just delivered some to the guild shop, but we don't need any. That's all he says, right? Eh? Eh? Alright, that's all he has to say. What about these guards down here? A guard who is simultaneously tall, muscular, and impressive, named Rankbreath. He becomes a lot more polite if you agree to feed him. But I don't think you actually can feed him. A tall sailor named Silver John. And Long John Silver is Canadian. And he is a pirate, matey. Aren't all pirates mateys? I'm not even going to comment on the missing commas anymore. There won't be any trouble. I'm higher level than you. Here is a scruffy sailor named Sailor, who is salty. Yes, I gathered that. Oh, a sailor's life is the life for me, as I sail across the bounding sea. Sure. And I never ever do I worry about the weather, for the weather never ever did a thing for me. I have no idea if those lyrics exist outside of Alice in Wonderland. Whatever. The other fighters in here are all the same script, so don't worry about them. Like this guy. This tinker down here is someone else, though. His name is Dansek. Dansek. And his health is jolly good. Bollywood, Hollywood, very, very jolly good. No, no one's going to get that. He's a tinker who creates projectile machinery, specifically ship cannons. No! I got here to this tiny village on this remote island without a ship. Yeah, I really should. Thanks. If you say yes, he just says that he probably built the cannons, but that's irrelevant. But I do want to talk to the tavern keep here. If I recall correctly, that we should ask in Buccaneer's den about the skull. Ah. And we do have to pay 99 gold for that information, the maximum possible. And he tells us that there is a beggar named Jude who knows something. Who is very, very poor. Meaning, he's probably in a poorhouse. Of which there is only one in Britannia, in a town where everyone's supposed to be helping the poor. So that's that. Interesting that there are no poor people in this town. That's just another sailor. The ranger, however, is different and solemn, named Ragnar. Ragnar Danaskjöld? No, that's something else. His health is okay, and his job is traveling. And I guess you're supposed to just be asking around town about the skull, because this guy tells you that if you use it, all your virtues will be lost. So don't do that. The game wants to be really clear on that point. I'm gonna leave town for a bit and save just in case. Because there are actually dangers up here. Not this guy, though. There is actually an island to the northeast of here. We saw it on the gem on our way here. But as far as I know, there are no actual vineyards there or anything else you can do there. Just an interesting bit of Ultima lore. Sure. Shelby likes wine. Alright. And here we meet a towering wizard named Inyap. It seems like the kind of name that's something spelled backwards, but I don't think there's any such thing as a Peggy. But he is here to warn us. Dobby has come to warn thee, for to step into these woods will seal thy doom. Tell me about this doom. And there is the dark side. Okay. Yes, we'll see what happens. So we go in there, and we see a vision of Darth Vader, and we learn that by fighting against evil, we risk becoming evil. Or maybe not. Well, all that's over here is there's a barrier. Let me see what the reagents are for that. Oh, I already have one. Okay, never mind. I meant to do that. So you dispel the barrier, and there's a magic shop down here. And they have a tame Balron, which I believe will follow you forever, and will attack you, and will possibly kill you. Assuming the sea serpents don't first. A Balron. This foe is beyond any of you. No, that's something else, really, completely different. But a Balron, if I can find it on my sheet here, is indeed pretty much the most powerful creature in the game. It has 255 hit points, it awards 16 EXP if you slay one, and it can deal up to 24 damage. It has a ranged attack, it can resist fire, it can fly, and most importantly, that flash you just saw was the Balron casting a sleep spell. If it succeeds in putting you to sleep, you will stay asleep for an indeterminate amount of time, and it will come beat on you incessantly until you happen to wake up with a lucky die roll. The fact that Balrons can put you to sleep like that makes them one of the very few enemies in the game that have combat mechanics that actually makes them dangerous and devastating. You are playing as a solo character. If a Balron happens to get you to sleep and you don't roll well to wake up, you will be pretty much stuck forever. Happily, that fight didn't go too badly for me. Let me see. This large building is where I want to go next. The guard has the same script as Rank Breath, so don't worry about him. But over in the weapon and armor shop, first a tall pirate with a green beard, named Greenbeard. Simple enough. And he too is in jolly good health. And he's buying armor for his crew. I'm pretty sure it was uncommon for pirates to be wearing armor, let alone full plate. So that's kind of anachronistic. And I think we've had this alluded to, but I'm not sure. But we can actually tell him that we know where to buy it, and when he asks where, you can tell him nowhere. And here is a thief named Jeremy James Skirlock. I don't know if that's a reference to anything or not. It seems oddly specific, but... At thy service. Sure. I suppose we're looking for information about the Abyss, but he doesn't know about that. We'll come back to him in a bit. Interestingly enough, a character named Hook is actually a major NPC in one of the sequels. I don't know if this is meant to be the same person or not, but... Anyway, I do want to point out that the weapon shop here sells magic wands. We could buy those. They are an excellent weapon that a mage can actually use. Probably the best weapon in the game, actually. But they are also 5,000 GP, which we don't have. I'd like to buy one, but I have not the funds. I will eventually have ways of getting that much money, but not for now, unfortunately. There is a guild shop here, but we don't need it. And here's a thief named Slysam. Slysam? Okay. Yes, I too am a thief. And that is the most humble answer I can give you. Yeah, you'd better watch out, or I'll counter-thief you. There is no reason to actually talk to that guy. There are a couple of other people down here, if I can find them in the woods. Here's one. I think he doesn't move. He's right where my map shows him to be. Snifflet. And he's okay for now because he's hiding. What is he hiding from? What does he do if you say no? Okay, he just says, "Oh, no!" Yeah. We'll use it for the power of good, whatever it is. Okay, the lighter-than-air device that was stolen, he says, is somewhere near the dungeon Hithloth. Which, you can reasonably guess, is the dungeon that other person wanted to give you information about. So if you put the clues together, you are supposed to fly through the air using the lighter-than-air device and reach where the white stone is. At least that's what we're supposed to do. That is not what I will do, but we will get to that in the next episode. Here is a mage named Starlight, dressed in black, who is trying way too hard to be dark indeed with his black magic. How dark could it possibly be? He casts powerful magic missile spells at the darkness. I've never cast a magic missile spell, and I probably never will, but I could. And he tells you that the reagents needed for magic missile are just 1 black pearl, 1 pinch of ash. And I think the manual tells you to the contrary, that you need 2 of one or the other of them. I don't remember which, but as with all the spells, you only need 1 of each reagent, it says, despite what the manual says. And then there's 1 more person around the back of this large building. Troll! Troll in the dungeon! I hate trolls! So this is Brigant the Troll. And his health is Shove It. Oh, alright. What would you like me to shove? Okay. That seems like it would be a bit hazardous to my neck, but I guess we can try it. A? A? And that is all that troll says. There is no point talking to him. He's just trolling. And then there is 1 more person who is marginally more important to talk to. Oh, okay. Guess we have to go around this way. And we have to fight another sea serpent. Lovely. Here we meet a slinky mage named Sienna, who has magical control over all types of slinkies, which is basically the least useful magical power you could ever have. She is a sorceress, and she wishes to help us. I suppose that controlling slinkies might be marginally useful to our quest somehow, so sure. Tell me about magic. And it requires only 1 part silk. As all spells do, again. And that is all she tells us. And I believe that that is all I can do in Buccaneer's Den. I look over my map once again. Yeah, I believe that's everyone. So, that is the last of the town we need to explore. So all that really leaves is to start going to these dungeons. So we'll see what those dungeons are like, and tie up a few other loose ends next time. Thank you for watching, and good night.